Right here you have the Lithic One Person Tent from Walmart and Moose Jaw. I am actually breaking this down. Folks, I do not recommend that you buy this tent. Hold off on it. Watch this video all the way through. You will see the reasons why. And with that being said, let's start at the beginning with the Lithic One Person Tent preview. Today for this episode, everyone, we are taking a look at the Lithic One Person Tent. This is the brand new Walmart tent made in conjunction with Moose Jaw. I am very excited to see this tent and to take a look at it with you all. This is my first look, yours as well. I received this the other day, and I had a couple of expectations based upon the information at Moose Jaw and also on the Walmart website. They state that this tent weighs 3.6 pounds for the one person. That's incorrect. This thing weighs 4.2 pounds. That's the pack weight. You may be able to remove items from this package to get the weight down to 3.6, but the weight, unfortunately, is not 3.6 pounds, as stated on those websites. My initial impression of the stuff bag is that the quality seems very good. It seems well thought out. You have numerous compression straps. You have a draw pull. On the fabric itself, you have printed directions on how to set up the tent. And on the inside, you have written directions. One thing that I like right off the bat is the storage bag. It is huge. It can easily encompass this tent, and that's important. In the morning when you're breaking down your tent, you do not want to fiddle with a small stuff sack and have to continuously re-roll your tent. So good job, Walmart and Moose Jaw, on the stuff sack. So we have tent stakes, we have poles, we have the fly, the ground sheet, and we have the body. As I set up the tent, let's go over some stats and information concerning it. When it comes to the cost of the Lithic One Person Tent, this is $88, and this includes a footprint. The poles are 7.9 millimeters, 7001 aluminum. The poles are made from aluminum, and they do seem a little bit thin. In fact, I'm not sure if I've seen aluminum poles this thin before. I am sure that they will work fine with this tent, but it is noticeable. Now, one thing that I've noticed here with this pole is that it is color coded. So you have the gray tip, which goes and clips in with the gray fabric end. Now, this is color coded with a piece of tape, and it's peeling off on both sides. That seems like an afterthought, so you will have to do something to mark that so you know which end goes where. Oh no. Huh. Well, that's a problem. This clip is broken. Ah, here it is. Here's the piece. That is very, very concerning. This is a very easy process. They simply snap into place, just like so. So these are the stakes. You have 10 of them. So my question for you all is this: are you surprised that this tent arrived broken? For myself, I'm a little bit surprised. I expected more. What I'm doing here is just a quick, nasty fix. The body is made from polyester, and so is the fly. You're looking at a 190T 68D Ripstop. It features one door. This is a 3-season tent. The pack dimensions are roughly 5 inches by 18 inches. The setup process for the Lithic One Person is very easy. I didn't even have to look at the instructions. Everything makes sense. The tent features 2 vents, which is awesome. A very large door. You can easily get inside and out of this. The peak height is very good. And speaking of which, you were looking at 42 inches for the peak height. When it comes to the floor dimensions, you're looking at 80 inches long by 37 inches wide. This tent does feature 2 guy-off points, one on either side. But there are no places where you can tie this thing off and you can guy it out on the front or the back, which is a shame. That means that you will have to be exceptionally careful with this tent in windy situations and wind-prone areas. Because you cannot guide this thing out 100%, this is not the tent that I would recommend for, say, like a bald or maybe a mountaintop or anything like that. You cannot guide this thing out enough, and the stakes themselves doesn't offer enough to hold this tent into place, especially because this has a high profile. The wind will just plow right into the side of this and push it. Talking about the things that I like about this tent, I like the design of this tent. It is well thought out. You can tell that a backpacker helped design this. The storage bag is very large. The fly is pulled away from the mesh body, so condensation shouldn't be an issue. You have this large door. The fly itself doesn't go all the way to the ground, so you should get some good ventilation. You have the bathtub floor. The mesh is thick, but it's not overly thick, so you should get some good airflow from it, or through it. Look at that entrance. That is huge. On the inside, very impressed. I'm very impressed. The head height is excellent. All of the seams are taped and they look good. They do. This tent is rather short. If you are above 6 foot, I would not recommend this for you. This would be simply too tight. Laying down here, my head touches the mesh here. It's still about 4 inches away from the end, and I have about 6 inches for my feet there. So yeah, if you are 6 foot and taller, I would not recommend this tent. It's simply too short. I believe that the 2-person and 3-person versions are longer. So make sure to check the dimensions to see if this tent or the others will work for you. Talking about the tent and the areas that I'm a little bit concerned about, the construction is a little bit shabby. Quality with this tent is going to be a major concern for me. Already we have the broken clip. That could be a one-off thing, but it could be a sign of a larger problem. It could be a sign that these clips are prone to breaking. We shall see. Another point to mention is that this tent is covered in loose threads. They are laying everywhere and some are still attached. For an example, right here with the fly, you have a long blue thread which is hanging, and you also have another one. Yeah, quality is a concern of mine with this tent. At this point, I am finished filming this video and I have begun breaking down the Lithic tent, and there was a break. Another one of those clips broke. I popped it off the pole and there was a snap, and the back side of this is broken. This tells me, folks, that there are issues with these clips, and at this point in time, I do not recommend that you buy this tent. Skip the first generation. There are issues. These clips are obviously so weak that they could break very easily. If you purchase one of these tents, you need to be very, very careful. Moose Jaw and Walmart, you guys need to go back to the drawing board and fix this. I'm not roughhousing with this tent by any means, and another one broke. So with this tent already, 2 broken clips. That's unacceptable for 88 bucks, for almost $100. I will continue testing this tent out, but as it stands, I do not recommend that you buy it. Plain and simple. $88 is $88. So if I've wasted my money, at least I can help pass on information to you all. So let me get some testing done. My review will be coming up very soon. Speaking of which, everyone, the Outdoor Gear review is 100% agenda free. I bought this tent with my own money, and my goal here is to pass on information to you all so you can make a wise decision. I don't care if you purchase this tent. I'm not making affiliate money. I'm not making a commission. I'm here to help you. That's it. If you want to support a channel that is 100% agenda free, no BS, not someone who's trying to sell something, you can do so through Patreon. I do appreciate it. Hit the like button because that also helps. Subscribe, of course. Take care, strength and honor. I'll see you soon.